games begin.
Let the games begin.
That was the title, right?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. We're on, right?
Yeah, we are.
You
We
didn't
are.
give me a countdown
Well,
tonight.
sorry.
Surprise!
Told you I'm not feeling well.
I don't
Chuck,
look
I
well.
don't know if
Oh,
your
I don't feel
camera's
well either,
off
but
or not working.
It's just not on yet.
I got
Okay.
you.
about a week and a half I haven't felt well, but
minutes.
okay, we go.
Yeah, sickness is making its rounds. All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight for another episode of Dungeons and Dad Jokes. We, as you can see, we're all a little off kilter tonight. Evangeline will be at Frankfurt Con in July. July, right? And possibly Horror Fest. Has that has come through? Okay. Horror Fest in August, I believe. It'll all be on our website. Check it out at dndadjokes.com under the calendar of events. There are also links to those websites so you can get tickets and find out more information about those conventions and whatnot. Check it out.
I'm going to get my Scare You on. Or at
Scare
least
you.
try.
Books, check them out.
You know, it'll be fun. All right. Be sure to subscribe so you can join in our chat. I know a couple of us watch that chat, so if you're watching now, go ahead and leave us a little note and say, "Hey, I'm on. I'm watching." We'll have some people chatting with you. I think we're ready to get on. Let's just do it. Let's get going. Tonight's episode is session 63, entitled "Let the Games Begin." All right.
About time.
How did we get here? Well, your evening at Strollduck's went uneventful, aside from your own little adventures. Fix walked about the estate, casually checking out the area and talking with the guards. The guards informed him that Strollduck hosts a dinner quarterly and occasionally has other guests, but mostly remains private. He found his way to the library and found a couple of books about the gods of previous ages. In one, he actually found the name of the Raven Queen, but could not actually read it directly. After some fiddle faddle, he did get a few letters, but still didn't know the name. At one point, he found Kadeth also walking the halls, checking for magic. He asked him if he could read it, and Kadeth also could not directly read the name. Meanwhile, Forsyth, in spider form, investigated the vault. He noticed several traps along the way, but was stopped by the magical orb that tracked motion. After thinking through several options, he returned to his room. None of them really coming to fruition. Evangeline stayed in her room, though, and began working with her nanites, attempting to program them, realizing she's going to need a new vessel for her nanites. In the morning, they have some breakfast and then head out to locate Jorn, the shaman with the spear that Jennick had talked about. While traveling there, they passed close enough to the obelisk of the water god to see the upside-down waterfall. They continued to travel northeast and started to experience wild colors which affected Kadeth and Fix a bit more, causing them some disorientation. Eventually, they make it over the Black Riage Mountains and take an evening's rest. The next day, the group traveled northward to the location that they found two orc scouting groups being joined together through mediation of a shaman. Watching them come to an agreement, Fix then approached and spoke with Jorn. Jorn did not recognize the name Jennick, but did recognize the name Garen. After some discussion, a compromise was made that Jorn would travel with them to Uxban to confront Jennick there. Upon entering Uxban, the group quickly saw a segregated caste system. Fix locates some members of the Jagged Dream and take the group to the estate where they are. Lord and Lady Method welcomed them graciously and informs Fix that several servants there also know of the organization. One of the servants, Illifin, was sent out to see if Jennick was currently at home, as Fix begins to deliberate how to upset the caste system. So that is where we are at Lord and Lady Method's home. They have graciously provided you a place to rest. I really don't care what time of day it is. If you want to do stuff before the sun sets, that's fine. I'm sorry. Do I need to slow down?
No, it just keeps attenuating like up and down.
Oh.
It's odd.
Could be anything, to be fair. Um, okay. So what would you like to do? I'm going to say it's noon. That's what I'm going to say.
It's noon.
Lord Method. I gave Rhonda's names. I gave Rhonda names. Salor, which he would have told you. Salor Method is the lord of the house. Ro Method is the lady of the house. But they would provide for you lunch and place to rest. They have rooms enough for all to have their own rooms if you so choose. You are assigned a couple of servants to take care of you, to make sure that you have your needs met. Fix. Neberos is an elf. He will tend to you. You know that Neberos is aware of the jagged dream, so he knows who he's serving.
Does he know who he's serving?
He knows he is serving someone of import of the jagged dream. Otherwise, the Lord would not have so readily invited you into his home.
Okay,
Whether he does not know that you are technically the leader.
gotcha. I would first ask him to get one of the others to fetch a handful, maybe 6 vials of flammable oil.
Okay.
As flammable and destructive as they can find.
I just want an empty jar.
Shall do.
Big one.
All right. Empty jar it shall be. They will dig for an empty jar for you.
And then after that, I would just talk to him and ask him about the city and try to understand it, because I now have the desire to completely upend it.
All right.
And they have given us our own private rooms.
If you would like, yes. There is enough room at this estate to be able to do so.
Okay. I will say okay. And ask to be shown that private room.
All right. They will take you to a private room so that you can have your own privacy.
And you
Your
know
own
the first
privacy?
thing I'll do.
Look at your nanites.
Well, first thing I'll do is make sure nobody's watching.
Oh yeah. The sea invisibility and stuff. Yes, no. You have privacy. You have privacy.
Okay.
Forsyth and Kadeth, are you just gonna hang out? You don't have to go to the room. You can hang out in the study. You can hang out in the kitchen. You can hang out wherever you want to in the estate.
Am I the only
They got
one
a
watching the
library?
feed?
Oh, I have no idea. Yes,
The
they have a
library? All right.
I've got the feed
I'm
up.
gonna go study more up on the local flora and fauna.
All right. Okay. You will find Forsyth. Let me take care of you first, because
Simplicity.
simplicity. Yes.
Yeah.
You will find. Are they in here or are they in the other one? They're in the other one. Information on A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I know my alphabet. Really, I do. You will find information on Juriscars.
Okay.
There are some Juriscars that roam through. They are a challenge rating 11, though. They run through.
So am I.
Oh, your challenge rating 11. They roam through the sky crystal. Gosh, I always say this backwards. Let me just look at it. The cloud crystal sky fields. They roam through there. And they look like, you now know what a Juriscar looks like.
Okay.
They almost look Tyrannosaurus Rexish.
Okay.
So you will learn about them.
All right.
They are huge. They can resist charms and paralyzation, as well as against poisons and magics in general. They're also very good at seeing through illusions. Their bite is menacing, but watch out for their tail.
Swingers.
Yep, they're swingers. But
Rhonda knows what a swinger is. She's old enough to know that.
Oh, I know what a swinger is, and I'm not that old. All right.
I don't think you do that.
Don't flatter yourself.
You don't know what a swinger is.
Okay.
You don't really want to.
We'll talk about that later. NSFW. All right. So you start reading about Juriscars and you kind of get lost in that. Kadeth.
I'll probably go to the library and just continue doing research on, anything ancient.
Okay. All right. As you're reading through some books, you do learn a little bit about the area. The area itself, Uxfin was more like an outpost originally, but it just kind of grew in size as people came in and explored the cloud crystal sky fields. And also some miners and stuff that would go into the Black Riage. So this kind of became almost a camp town, and then it just grew from there. You do know a little bit about it was an outpost from Siamam originally in the Second Age. And you know from the maps and stuff, Siamam is the current location of Obelisk of the Water God. But that was a developing city, and people would go north to Uxfin to spread out across the cloud crystal sky fields and mining in the Black Riage. So it was originally kind of an outstretch of Siamam, but obviously Siamam was destroyed, but Uxfin stuck around. And it's obviously changed over many a time. Evangeline, it is quiet for you.
Okay. Before I pull out my nanites, I am going to take out my book and quill, and I'm going to take out a vial of ink.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out the cards.
Okay.
I'm going to lay them out.
Okay. You lay out the cards. A vial of ink or the vial of ink from Niliesh?
The vial of ink from Niliesh. The first thing I'm going to do is look at the cards.
Okay. And these are all the cards that you have completed?
And the ones that are not completed.
And the ones that are not completed. Okay.
The ones that are completed, I'm going to turn them, I think. Now I'll start off with them all face up. And the cards that are completed, I'm going to put them face up.
Okay.
And I'm going to arrange them kind of like I think I'll arrange them in the order of their completion for now.
Okay.
And the ones that are not complete, I will keep separate and separate from each other. Make sure they're not close to one another or anything like that.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the quill and I'm going to put it to the paper and I'm going to start recording what I see.
Okay.
And when I record what I see, after I make a recording into the book, I'm going to stop and see if the book has anything to say about maybe said cards or said God. Somewhere around here, I have a note with all of that on it, and I don't know where it's at.
All right. Well, face up, recording what you see. The book comes back and is kind of filling in a little bit here and there. From what you're reading in the book, this is kind of pieces of what could be considered a tarot deck. These are also pieces of what could be infamous magical item deck of many things that has caused many a trouble in ages past.
Okay. Pretending like I don't know what a deck of many things is. So just taking what I player knowledge, what I do know.
Right. But as you're, asking the book about the deck of many things, it will come up and just let you know that there are some magicians, mages, arcanists that pride themselves on being able to make a deck of many things, most of which do not succeed. Usually turn up missing or dead. On occasion, two known decks have been able to be completed over the ages. And as far as you can tell in the book, the last known, according to the book, deck of many things, around the 4th age. Like, there has been no recollection beyond the 4th age of actually having one of these decks.
Okay.
You also, well, you already know that from the book, that it's quite dangerous even to make, let alone to use.
Okay. Looking at the ones that are incomplete, we have 2 that aren't complete yet, right?
Correct.
The rune card.
Yep. And what you believe to be the void card.
And the void card. And neither of them, do either of them look any different from the last time we viewed them?
There is another shadow on the rune card. Looks to be, I don't know, six and a half feet tall, maybe 7 feet tall, S-ish. Can't really tell because of the way it's just laid out on the rune card. And the way the shadow kind of moves, because it is almost in a constant state of movement, almost as if there's airflow on the card, something's blowing. You do see it seems to be billowing almost in the wind, to where it looks like it's actually wearing this. The shadowed figure is actually wearing some robes. I gotta get myself off the floor again.
Okay.
Hate this chair.
I'm going to record that into the book. What I have viewed.
Okay.
On those two. And then I'll pause for a few minutes to see if anything else pops up.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. The completed cards I'm going to turn face down.
Okay.
And just place them next to each other in a random pattern. And
All
I'm
right.
going to look for any patterns.
All right. As you place them face down, you do notice almost immediately that some cards interact with each other a little bit more than other cards. You will see almost gilded lines that when certain cards are put near each other, those lines kind of magnetize toward each other. And you will not be able to see a picture. You're not really sure what it's trying to do because you only have like 4 of them, 5 of them maybe. And some of them don't react at all when they get next to each other. But it just kind of looks like a tangled mess of lines at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to record what I'm seeing visually in the book.
All right. The book does not respond.
Okay.
As far as, providing more information
Right.
of what you're recording.
And I'm going to scoot the cards away from the book.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn the page in the book.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the quill.
All right.
And I'm going to dip it into the inkwell or the ink jar.
Okay.
And I'm going to close my eyes.
Okay.
And I'm just going to start moving the pen, the quill, and see what I draw or possibly write.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a will.
That's wisdom.
Go ahead and give me. Wisdom. Gosh, too many systems. Roll me a wisdom save.
And that 20. No pluses, no minuses. And that 20.
All right. You managed to, in all of your control, your experimentation, you always have control, all of this stuff, you managed to push yourself beyond that boundary and just let it go. How long do you allow yourself to just let it go?
I will let it go. No control whatsoever. I will let it go until I feel that it wants to stop. I'm interrupted or distracted by something else.
Okay. All right. All right. You're drawing in the book with your eyes closed. Fix.
pasa?
Um, you are speaking with Neberos and asking him about stuff in regards to the city. Neberos will let you know that there is very few free will non-humans, basically. Very few. He will let you know that the upper class, including Lord and Lady Methic, usually have their slaves or servants, depending on what they want to call them or how they want to call themselves. The upper class generally have a home on the estate or rooms, perhaps in the lower level of the estate, that they stay on the estate at all times. Lower class who have slaves or servants, they are often housed outside the city, basically. They're on the fringe of the city. That's where they sleep, that's where they eat, that's where they do whatever they need to do, and then they come and serve. He will also let you know that oftentimes, if you hadn't noticed it when you walked in, it is one of the largest structures here in the city. There is a Colosseum. And he will let you know that in the Colosseum is basically like gladiatorial games. And slaves or servants who take the notion that they might be free or try to run away and get caught or anything of that nature are often found there. Also, there is the opportunity for, depending on how the owners or masters or lords wish to do, will often give their servants an opportunity to be free by volunteering to partake in the games. It's not pretty, and very few actually win.
Are there any human servants?
There are a few.
Are there any non-human or mutant masters?
No.
Are you indentured in this way voluntarily through commission of crime or through what means?
There is some that are because of crime, but at this point, there's a lot that are just born into it from here in Uxfin. But they are also oftentimes brought in from other places unwillingly.
Other than the Lord that we're currently assessing, who else keeps this city?
Well, there is, of course, Lord Reproot. The one in charge of the city. I wrote his name down, and now I don't have it.
I hid it from you.
You did. How dare you? How dare you hide such things from me? Where
Who are
did his name go?
who are you looking for? Is this somebody I would have written down?
No, because you didn't
Okay.
know it yet. Oh my word. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Lord Kurdek Zahn.
Was he born into this position? Or through some means of politics.
It was through means of politics, mostly.
What
He
is the
did take
extent of? Okay.
he did take it from his father. However,
Hmm.
um, he maintained it through politics.
Hmm.
It was not guaranteed to him.
What level of power does this position hold?
Probably the level of a governor, mayor, prince,
So this
perhaps.
so this person cannot rewrite the laws themselves.
Technically, no, although he definitely has the final say as to whether or not a law has been broken.
But what a law to be passed?
Generally, he does not make the law. Usually, the other lords of the city concur on a law, and he will abide by it. But I'm not exactly sure if that is just his ploy to maintain position, or if he adds his own spin to it. I do not know. I do not sit in court, obviously.
Are you familiar with court intimately?
No, not intimately. I have accompanied Lord Mythic on a couple of occasions, but I am not permitted in the inner chambers or the council chambers.
How well regarded is it Methic?
Mythic, yes.
How well regarded is Methic?
I would say he's not their least favorite, but he is definitely not the one they call first.
Is he in a position that, if given enough support, could remove this person from their seat?
If given enough support, perhaps, but I do believe that you would probably have to remove Lord Riproot.
That's the plan.
Okay. Without Lord Reproot to support Lord Zahn, he will fall quickly, most likely.
Why are you solely in the know?
Oh, I am not solely in the know.
You do not carry a pendant.
Oh. I find not having extra things when attending court and things of that nature when I am supposed to be a slave only. Um, it's just easier for me.
If offered the opportunity, would you take it?
Perhaps.
If your duties were to remain the same, would that make the decision easier for you?
I mean, serving Lord Mythic is definitely comes with its benefits. Um, if I were to stay with, um, gosh, I forgot his name already, Salor. If I were to stay with Salor, yeah, that would make it easier for sure.
Hmm. I'll keep that in mind.
Very well. Should you need anything, all you need to do is ring the bell.
When Methic arrives, please send him to me post haste.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And he will give you a little bow and walk away.
And then I will disrupt probably the entire neighborhood and start forging.
Evangeline, how used to you are his forging? Is his forging?
I am pretty used to his forging.
All right.
However, in the middle of the day, in the home of a jagged dream member, it might disrupt my thoughts
All right.
if he's very close to me.
I mean, all of your rooms are fairly close. It's going to be in the same wing. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw for your concentration.
14.
Okay. You are going to you get startled, like you kind of jump a little bit. You realize what it is, and you relax and you go back to it, unless you want to pull yourself out.
Once I know it's just him forging, it's like no big deal.
Okay. So you keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's just fix forging.
All right. It's about roughly maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Not quite dinner time, but it's definitely getting closer to evening. When Neberos comes to you, well, he doesn't come to you. You will get a knock. I'm assuming you're in your room, unless you want to go someplace else.
Nope, in my room.
Okay. You will get a knock on the door.
Enter.
The door will open, and Lord Methic is there. He steps in and closes the door behind him.
I'll put my hammer down and take off my gloves and turn, and I hope you have good news.
Illifin has returned to me. She has informed me that Jinnik is not at the house, but as far as she can tell, he is in town. She believes that he is actually with Lord Zahn.
Interesting.
Lord who?
Zahn,
The mayor of the city, or the prince of the
mayor,
city.
prince, governor. Sometimes
Spell that.
Zan
He's the
is
mayor.
his last name. Yeah, mayor, governor.
What is his
Most
first name?
people refer to him as Lord Kurdek.
Kurdek.
Kirdek.
That's his first name.
That's his first name.
Well, that's good to know. I have 2 questions for you.
Yes.
If we were to make way for it, would you be willing to bear the weight of whatever authority Zahn has? Do you think yourself capable? And I'm watching him like a hawk.
Capable. He takes a kind of a deep breath. Capable, yes. Would I want that kind of power? I don't know.
Is there another within that shares our same interests?
Most of the lords, to be fair, are kind of spineless. However, though not listened to much, Lady Studani, she has the ear of most of them. Now, to be fair, I'm not sure if it's because of her looks or her actual wit, or if she's just manipulating them. I'm not quite sure of that either.
Could
But
be a little of everything.
could be a little bit of everything. But yeah, Lady Studani could be very
Does she share our interests?
I believe so.
Is she in the know?
She is not.
Hmm.
Spell her name.
Studani.
How does she feel of the caste system you have here?
She can openly tell you all the pros of it. Secretively, I believe she is very against it, actually. She has been known to take her servants with her on trips and not come back with them. It's been rumored that she kills them, but I highly doubt that. I don't think she's like that.
Do you trust her enough to bring her into the fold?
Mm, If it's approached carefully, I could, yeah. I mean, I want to vet her out a little bit more, make sure that she is not manipulative to the point of her own gain, per se.
Hmm. We're all a bit manipulative to that end.
This is true.
The problem is our timetable is tonight.
Good heavens. Um, well, I would have to talk to her. Uh, do I trust her enough to bring her into the fold? I don't know. After a brief conversation, maybe yeah. Um,
I think we have a few hours. Can you get her to come here?
I I think so. Yes.
I think you should. And on top of that, I am considering making your servant, and he says that with a bit of a bad taste in his mouth, part of the organization. He would still serve you, but he would be free and he would be
I mean,
under you in the organization.
Neberos, I'm assuming.
Yes.
He could probably get behind that. I mean, to be
I
fair, I mean, I know we call them servants here, but to be fair, all of my servants are really free.
am glad to hear that. But yes, Nebros, and I spoke to him briefly. He seems amenable to the idea. But I wanted to make sure that there was nothing hidden or dark within his past that I should know of. I
Nah,
mean,
he
we're
has.
an organization of thieves and liars, but
I
I don't want
mean,
anyone that murders children.
take it. Yeah, you gotta take it all with a grain of salt in this organization. But no, he has always served me well. He's had my back on a number of occasions, even.
Very well. Would you fetch him, please? And
Sure,
Fix will walk over to the forge and pull up what he was working on, which was a pendant.
haha, dun dun dun.
And I'll roll my forging if you want me to.
um, sure. Roll me your forging. Although I'm pretty sure you'll roll pretty high unless you roll a natural one. Even then, it won't be horridly low.
32.
Oh gosh. You're getting really good at turning this metal, man. You can whip it out in no time. All right. It looks really good. It's a pretty good pendant. You're pretty proud of yourself. Um, something worth bragging about. All right. After a bit of time, Lord Methic will come up. Lady Methic is also with him, as is Neberos.
Welcome. If they didn't, he'd ask him to shut the door.
Oh yeah, they would walk in and shut the door.
And as he turns around and walks towards them, his leather apron transforms into his armor.
All right, you will see them all get a bit of shock and awe kind of cross their face.
And then I'd walk up to Nebros and say, "You could probably guess by our conversation who I was."
I knew you were someone of import. And he kind of glances over his shoulder, looks at Methic, who kind of just gives him a little nod. It's like, I did not realize I was standing in the company of the head of the order.
Well, as we discussed, I'd like to bring you into the organization. You would still serve Methic as we discussed, but as a free man.
So nothing changes.
Not unless you choose it to.
Well, that's fine by me. I actually don't mind, but agreed.
Great. I'll take the pendant and I'll hold it in my hand and I will. And I apologize. I forgot if this is the way the ritual works, but I'm just gonna go with what's in my head.
Sure.
I'll take it in my hand and I'll squeeze it so that the jagged portion of it bites into my skin and causes it to bleed. And then I will take his hand and put it in his hand and squeeze it and allow him to squeeze it as well, essentially sealing the deal in
Yeah.
blood.
Yep. And it is done. You feel instantly another connection. And as it's placed around his neck, he will feel it too. He kind of gets a little shocked as he feels it, and then kind of gives you a nod.
Not in return. Welcome to the organization.
Thank you. It is an honor. As he gets kind of a little mischievous grin.
I look to Methic. Have you sent your invitation?
He says, I have. I sent it with Kilius.
I would like to be there for that conversation. In fact, I would like my group to be there.
Oh, very well. She will probably be arriving for dinner in the next half an hour.
Beautiful.
She has a hard time saying no to a good invitation, and even harder when it's a tiefling delivering it.
She has.
Yes.
Interesting.
So, dinner preparations are underway.
Thank you. And I'll turn and I'll go back to foraging.
All right.
The armor shifts back to the leather apron.
Well, they gawk for a moment because that is just they've never seen anything do that before, and then they will turn to leave you to your forging. All right. About a half an hour or so goes by, unless somebody else wants to do anything in the meantime. And the dinner bell will ring. Well, not the dinner bell. The actual bell of the house rings. Dinner's not there yet. the bell of the house will ring. Evangeline, you will hear this. You will recognize that as a, basically that's somebody coming to the house. So somebody new is coming in. If it was somebody at the house, they wouldn't ring the bell. So somebody new has arrived at the house. You gonna pull out of this? You are muted, so don't talk unless you unmute.
I'm going to leave it up to a dice roll.
All right.
I'm not going to try to come out.
Okay.
But
do you want to do percentile high-low, or do you want to do a concentration check?
I'll do a concentration check.
All right. DC is 12.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. Well, then you don't have to come out.
I will
You can-
maintain.
All right. You maintain. The rest of you will hear the bell, and you will know that somebody new has arrived at the house. You will hear one of the servants greet. They will say, Lady Studani, come. You have been invited. And they will step aside. She will come into the house. Anybody who is coming down will see a human female. She stands nearly 6 foot, maybe 5'10". She's very tall, very slender. She has golden brown, almost a sandy blonde kind of hair. That is very long, very curly, and pulled up a little messy from the sides, where there's some ringlets and stuff that kind of hangs loose. She has it pulled up into like a golden clip, or a golden, yeah, it's a golden clip that also has some chains and such that come to a circlet, basically, that has some little gems and stuff on it. She's dressed in greens and gold, basically. And as she comes in, you can see her. She will hand kind of a robe that she just had on over top. She will hand it off to the servant standing there, who is a male tiefling, and and she will address him and say, "Thank you, Kilius." Very like almost flirtatious, and he will say, "Right this way, my lady." And he will lead her into a room, which seems to be probably the sitting room. The Lord and
What do
Lady
I
Method will
see?
be with you shortly. What do you see? You
Yeah, I
see
would have come out of the library at the sound, but I would have not come down the stairs, but would have tried to stay in the shadows.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Would,
me your stealth check,
right.
and just to see how well you stay in those shadows to get close enough.
Right. Stealth. That's that. 28.
Oh yeah,
Not
you're able to
20.
do that really easy. And you kind of, you've been, perusing the house and whatnot. You kind of know where not to step to make noise and things like that. So yeah, you get close and you see what I just described. There's no
Okay.
illusion going on there.
All right. Just checking.
Yep.
Also helps me to know what form to take.
Yeah. You walked into this house as an orc, so just so
Yeah.
you're aware, just so you
I
remember.
understand that.
Okay.
I understand that, but to mess with people's minds, as Browning's already messed with people's minds.
Well, this is true.
Whose
This
mind
is
did I
fun.
mess with?
Well, seeing your armor change into an apron and
Oh,
to
that was
armor, it's not that you're trying to mess with people's minds. It's just they've never seen that before.
And she's never seen me before, so.
Nope, she's never seen you before. And Jorn, by the way, is pretty much, he was kind of in the back, the kitchen area. He seems to just kind of be hanging out in the kitchen, chatting as much as he can with the servants. His common is kind of broken. And when you after a little bit of time, as you all kind of come down, Evangeline's not with you, but you see Illifin kind of heading up the stairs, carrying a very nice round ceramic pot that kind of comes in at the top and has like a cork lid. It's not a seal. It's not really a sealed lid, but it's corked, so pressure you can make it stay pressure wise. Um, and you see her carrying it up the stairs, and you will hear a
I'll,
knock on your door, Evangeline. Oh wait, unless Fix interrupts.
I would stop her
Oh, okay.
from going up, and I'd take the container and I'd go up and deliver it.
All right. She will give you a little nod, hand it off, and go on about her business then. You'll hear a knock.
Having it be in a knock on my door, I will stop,
Okay.
come back to
Okay.
myself, and I will look down at the book.
At the book, you see a very intricate drawing, not carving, an intricate drawing. Having been in this trance for 3 hours or so, a very intricate drawing of these buildings. Um, they're not complete buildings. They almost look like ruins. As you kind of look at, that's just at a quick glance. Oh, okay, I drew ruins. And then it catches your eye and you look closer. These are buildings, but it's not made out of brick and mortar. They're made out of bone. Humanoid bone.
I'll put the quill down. I'll say, enter.
I'll enter.
When you walk in, you do see an image on that page.
First thing you've ever seen in that book.
That's disturbing. And coming from me, that's saying something. I have your bottle. I think it'll last you another week.
I absentmindedly reach out and take it and set it off to the side. Having totally forgot that I pushed those cards over there. As I just look. Obviously you see it. But do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see them. Looking at it, you see the bone.
So it's a city made of bone.
I've never seen anything like it.
Well,
I'm going to glance back over at the cards.
Okay. They're where you left them. They're exactly how you left them.
I'm going to take a closer look at it. Any figures, anything other than buildings?
Roll me either investigation or perception. I know there are two different skills, or it's two different attributes, so whichever one works best for you.
All right. That's going to be perception because my investigation is like nothing.
My investigation sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
It's
gentle
opposite
way
for
to
me.
put it.
My perception is, well, my perception doesn't suck,
Not
but it ain't as
horrible.
good as my investigation.
Yeah. That is a 25.
Okay. As you lean into it and you kind of take a little closer look, you are seeing at the bottom of these buildings, the foundation seems to be full skeletons, whereas the buildings are just bones, pieces of bones, a femur here, a radii there, like just random bones. But the base of these buildings seem to be full humanoid skeleton.
I will point that out. Could this
I'm
be the
going.
place where
Go
that
ahead.
you think this is gonna be the place where the dude in these orbs is, or wants to create, or came from?
I'm going to look at this picture in the same manner that I looked into the crystal ball with Giselle.
Okay. So you are going to allow your mind to kind of delve into this picture and meditate on this picture a little bit.
Yes. But just before I do, I look at Fix and say, don't leave. And then
I
I
was
will.
there when she did that with Giselle, right?
Yes.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Yes.
yes. I think you were. I
everybody
think
was.
everybody was.
I'm gonna put my hand on the back of her, like the back of her shirt or her robes or whatever,
Okay.
in case it starts trying to pull her in. I do not want Evangeline in a city of bones
All right.
by herself.
You start looking at the city of bones, and you let yourself kind of just dive into it mentally and start really kind of pushing yourself into it a bit. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Why wisdom? Why always wisdom? A 12?
All right. As you are kind of delving into this, you begin to see it starts to take on some coloration. It's very dull. Um, Almost like there's cloud cover. It's dull in that sense. It's not very bright. And you do, of course, see these buildings. You see the white of the bone against a little bit of that brownish of the mortar, and you begin to kind of really see it. And as you're really looking at it, all of those skeletons start to seem to move. They're moving. They're almost crawling, like their arms will reach forward and pull the rest of their body. It begins like these buildings are beginning to move. Fix.
Yes,
You feel her fall forward.
I start pulling her back.
You get pulled back, and suddenly it's just ink on the page again.
Ink on the page again. Interesting. I'm going to take a piece of parchment
Okay.
out of. I'll take one of the pieces Fix gave me out of my bag.
All right.
And I'm going to lay it over top of that drawing
Okay.
before I close the book.
Okay.
And I'm going to close the book and I'm going to put it in my bag.
All right.
I'm going to close the ink and put it in. Oh, fiddlesticks. Hold on. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to put it.
You will shove it right into.
Well then, that escalated quickly.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
I'm going to put it into my bag of holding.
Okay. You had to check to see which one was what.
I had to figure out where that soul stone was because I don't trust that thing.
That one's in my bag of holding.
No,
that's
I
the
have the
orb.
soul stone.
Oh,
You
I have
have
the
the
orb.
orb.
That's right.
You have
Okay.
the orb, and Fix and Forsyth have the shards of the stone from the water.
From the water.
the soul stone I picked up a long time ago and just didn't really realize what I had. So I'm putting it in my bag of holding, so it's not with the soul stone. The ink. I'll put my
Okay.
quill away with it too.
Okay.
And I'm going to gather the cards up.
Okay.
And as I gather them up, I'm just going to hold them stacked like we always stack them.
Okay.
I'm going to give them a quick look. I'm going to put them back in my bag of holding.
All
Hold.
right.
Ah! They've been in my bag of holding, so I'm going to put them in my bag of holding. Freaking myself out. I'm going to take the pot. I'm going to put it in my bag of holding as well with my other nanites. Actually, those will all go in my stuff bag of holding.
Okay.
The bag of holding that I packed my everything in.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be in that bag of holding. And I'm going to touch my breast pocket.
Okay. You feel a stone.
And I'm going to pause for a minute. And then I'm going to look at the fix and say, you came to see me.
I'm glad I did. Otherwise, you might have gone to one of the planes of hell.
I think originally I was just drawing it.
And if you would have stopped drawing and you would have seen it, what would you have done eventually?
Then I would have fallen into wherever this is.
I mean, I know I've jumped into some crazy places, but I always have a rope tied around me.
Next time I'll tie a rope around me.
And have somebody there to pull it back if you need.
I will share, as I suppose you came to get me, and I got my pot, and you're coming to get me for dinner. Because you want to talk to this person.
We have a dinner guest that I'm thinking of bringing into the fold, and I want the group's opinion.
Okay.
And as we're walking along to catch up with everybody, I will kind of, not verbally, just telepathically and through that, tell him about what I learned about the cards and about them being some sort of a magical deck of many things and being very dangerous to create, and that there's only two known, according to the book, only two known successes, the last one of which was in the Fourth Age.
Interesting. This figure in the ruin card.
Wearing very tall, wearing robes, moving in the wind, as if in the wind.
What was their hair profile?
Do I recall that from the shadow?
You do. It's long. It was also kind of flowing in the wind, but there was like larger sections of it as though it were braided.
Okay. I will share that.
Our guest is fairly tall. See if she fits the profile. And this is all through the link.
I will make sure to take an extra special look.
All right. All right, as you walk in, the way you walk in, and she is already there, and Lord and Lady Method have already entered into the room, and she's standing up, and she's talking with them and hand gesturing a little bit, and, you know, because she talks with her hands, hand gesturing a little bit and whatnot. Evangeline, you see right away that she is not the profile. The profile was much bigger and broader.
Okay.
She is very lie. Very thin. Um, and but yeah, she's already talking, and as you guys walk in, she kind of turns and she looks at you all, and she says, Lord Methic, you didn't tell me you had other guests.
By the
Oh, and I would
way,
have.
Oh
I
yeah,
would have.
what shape are you, Forsyth, by the way?
6'3", human, male,
Okay.
with a tiara.
With a tiara, yes.
Somewhat
Fancies himself a
disguised.
princess.
Somewhat
I'm a pretty
disguised. I
princess.
look more like a male version, but yeah.
All right.
Um,
All right.
I also Fix would have changed into more like formal noble dinner attire.
All right.
I
That'll
will
work.
have only put on my robes of the order if Fix told me to. Otherwise, I look the same as I always look.
He
Not
wouldn't
bad.
have
I
said
mean,
to. He wouldn't have said to, but you would have noticed that he is dressed
to the nines.
for
I would have probably then asked, "Do I need to dress?" I
I'm
have
trying
my
to make
order.
it.
I have my order robes.
It wouldn't hurt.
I'll put on my order robes.
Okay. Kadeth, are you running around in your ruggedness, or are you gonna spruce up a little bit with your
Yeah.
order of balance?
Yeah, I would wear something nicer, I guess.
Okay.
He
I mean,
would
you
wear
have
clothes.
nicer like dinner robes and stuff, you know, because you never know when you need to represent.
Yeah, I mean,
That's been
I
pounded
would.
into you a little bit.
Yeah, so I would change into those
Okay.
if we're dressing nicer.
All right. And Forsyth is a very tall human male wearing a tiara.
I actually would have eschewed my normal cloak for something a little bit more nice
Okay.
looking.
All right.
He
I
put
probably
on
have something in
he
my
put
bag.
he put on his princess gown
His princess gown
to go with his
to
tiara.
go with his tiara.
Yeah. I feel pretty.
All right. All right. Yeah. Easily enough for you to
Just to
acquire
impress.
something nicer, especially in this household. Easy enough to acquire. Um, and you guys come in, and she's like, "Oh, you didn't tell me you had other guests." And she seems like she's a little like, "Oh, I'm in the company." You get that impression of she's in the company of other important people. This is good. That's the impression she gives.
Yeah, that's the impression we were trying for.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Lord Methic will turn and, oh, you introduced yourself as Asher Phalon, didn't you?
As he turns to start to introduce me, knowing what name I gave, and slightly hesitantly, but feeling that it needs to be done, I'll interrupt him and introduce myself as Kofik Trenston.
She will.
Lord Kofik Trenston, actually, is what he would say.
Trenson, as in the Trenson family of Key?
The one and only.
Interesting. I have not heard of you before.
I was kept out of the limelight.
And she's starting to kind of look you over a little bit like you're going to be you're somebody of import, but you're new to this game is what you kind of gather. She's not very good at hiding her expressions.
Her body language is very clearly spoken.
Yeah.
Very clearly spoken.
And I will smile and very clearly in my own body language. What's the word? I'm impressed that I'm new to the game. but I learned quickly.
All right. She'll pick up on that.
Just
Uh,
that air of confidence.
Yeah.
I will look at her like, honey, you don't have a chance. He already has a girl he likes.
I'm going to look
Because I don't
almost,
see anything.
I'm going to look almost aloof.
Almost aloof.
Yes.
All right.
As if it's somewhat beneath me.
Okay. Um, and how many of you gave your name to Lord Methic?
I did not.
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
has no
I
idea
did.
who I am.
Okay.
At that point, I will start introducing
Okay.
the group.
All right. She will, as you're introducing the group, she will recognize the Order of Truth robes. And she will nod. Not uncommon from what you're gathering on her expression. It's not uncommon to see somebody from the Order of Truth up here.
That's Lord Forsyth.
Lord Forsyth.
Well, Lord Greentree actually is what I would say. Lord Greentree.
Lord Greentree. All right.
Yeah.
Over the link, it's like, I don't remember you having a title or an honorific. What the hell?
Why not?
Everybody else. Why not?
Well,
I have one.
Well, I have a
Always will have
title,
one.
but I didn't think thief went with the
Thief.
what we're trying to present.
Thief is probably not the title you want to put forward.
Yeah.
yeah.
Lord of the Dunce.
That's why I said over the link.
Yeah. We are
Um,
trying to present ourselves in a officious way,
Yes.
not an oafish way.
And then Kadeth. Something tells me you probably wouldn't put any title in front of you. You're
No, I'm just Kadeth.
Kadeth. Like last name doesn't even come
Why
out.
not?
Kadeth.
Isn't your name Fixes Kadeth?
Actually, I would probably introduce myself, as Kadeth Stormbringer, and then
Esquire.
Esquire.
nope, just Kadeth Stormbringer,
Stormbringer.
Lakumakanu.
Lakamakanu.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was thinking.
bless you.
Gesundheit.
And
Okay,
she-
now that introductions are out of the way.
she will smile at all of you, and she's like, "Oh, this is fantastic. We have somebody from Key, the Order of Truth, and you two." Oh, wait, no, you are presenting. So she will recognize the Order of Balance. She doesn't know what it actually stands for, but she will recognize the Order of Balance, and then see Green Tree and say, "Oh, and you are from."
The tree. No.
White Lake.
Oh, of White Lake.
Presuming
is-
she doesn't even know where White Lake is.
Yeah, she will kind of get that little bit of a quizzical look, and she is that is not in the steadfast.
No, it is not.
So you are honoring even more foreign dignitaries. Why do you hide such things from me, Methic? And he'll just smile and he'll say, "Well, that is why you have been invited, my dear. Come, let's have dinner and let's talk." And she'll, okay. Lady Methic just kind of takes it all in stride. She seems to flirt with everybody, and
Lady Methic or
lady, no, the lady
Lady Method
Studani.
knows about this.
Yes.
And I'll say over the link, who is this chick?
This is Lady Studani.
Why is she important?
I would relay the information of what what I'm trying to accomplish here.
All right. As you guys sit down for dinner, several people come and they serve you the food. It's not passed around the table. They actually bring you plates. You notice almost immediately that Kilius is the only person that serves Lady Studani.
Oh, she's like that one customer we had at the shop that only I would wait on because I was the only one who could do it.
Yeah,
More that she has the hots for him.
and that's a way that they can kind of get her, keep her guard down a little bit, because they know
Oh.
that she's part and parcel to tieflings.
After the first couple courses, well, I guess I am listening and waiting for Mythic to start kind of asking appropriate questions.
Okay. You get through some. I mean, he's already kind of done some pleasantries, but you get through some pleasantries where she's asking you a little bit about Key and what the business in Key is and how the Order of Truth is, and and just some simple pleasantries, news by word of mouth because there is no television or internet, and so she's just gathering that information, listening intently. As she's doing this, everybody roll me. I will allow you to roll me perception or insight. I realize it's the same ability score, but you may have proficiency in one over the other.
I got a 16 on insight.
Oh, that's nice.
22 on either one.
Got it.
I had
6.
a
6.
21
16.
on
Oh, okay.
perception.
21. All right.
On perception.
On perception. And your 16 was on perception or insight?
Yes, perception.
Perception. Okay.
So he rolled
Plus
like a
Alright.
2.
plus 3.
Nice. All right. Well, as you're doing small talk, all of you will notice that she is listening. She is listening intently. This is not a just kind of a flippant, "How are you? Oh, I'm fine." She is listening intently, listening for keywords. She seems to be cataloging them.
She's gleaning information.
She is gleaning information. She may look, and all of you kind of pick this up, especially those of you who rolled above a 20. She may look pretty. She may flirt with everybody. She may show her body language openly, but she is not stupid. And she does. You start to pick up on she does know how to manipulate.
Without anything specific, but that myself, or if nobody else has, saying any specific thing about the Order of Truth in Key, does it seem like she might have a thought of what happened at the Order of Truth?
She does not know specifics. She knows something happened, and through casual conversation, she is reading you to see what exactly happened without you having to come out and say, "Oh yeah, we had a high priest that,"
This
without
is
the
one name.
gossip.
We did not put down this name. Who's the name of the high priest? He is now Reneo's replacement.
His name is Rockdiff.
That's right.
High Priest Rockdiff. Yeah, and she's listening to like names that you drop, position changes, things of that nature. She's listening, pulling it in, gleaning information, and packing it with other information that she may already know.
Forsyth
You can pick
says
that up.
nothing.
You say nothing.
Well, there's a reason.
Telepathically gonna say don't use Rockdiff's name.
I had no intention to bring up the order of truth whatsoever.
Yeah. First of all, if I don't say anything, she can't get a very good read on me.
That's very true.
And I can't say anything stupid or that could be taken wrong.
There's that too. All right.
And I'm
As
giving
go
as
ahead.
little information about anything of import.
Okay.
Like it is very baseline, like information that doesn't mean anything.
Right. Okay. All right.
Not like intentionally seeming like obtuse or mysterious, but just nothing of import.
Just the, casual what's been going on.
I
Yep.
will
Things you
also
can read in the news.
I will also ask Forsyth if she is what she appears to be.
As far as I
Because
can
he's
tell,
got
there is no deception to her. But she is curious. She is curious.
After a little bit of time, Methik will ask Studani. He will say, he will ask her to broach the subject. He will ask her, have you heard of any new shipments? And she will kind of cut him a side eye. And she'll kind of half smile. And she will say, why, yes. There was supposed to be a shipment this evening. I do believe that is why Lord Reproot is staying with Lord Zahn. He gets first dibs, though I've heard rumor that there is a tiefling among them. And Methik will kind of look at her and say, he grins and he giggles. He says, oh, that bleeding heart of yours, huh? She says, well, I can't help it. They're some of the most charismatic beings on this planet. They should not be servants to anyone. And she kind of cuts a smile at Achilles.
And what of the others?
I mean, overall, and if people want to serve other people, fine. I mean, go for it.
But this isn't out of desire. This is out of,
This is
well,
true.
force.
There are many here that are forced into it. I don't particularly agree with that, but I cannot save them all. So I'm, part and partial.
So I'm assuming that you're not taking your servants with you and killing them, as rumors say.
Oh, heavens, no. No, usually when I travel somewhere where they will be safe. I've traveled as far south as Niliesh and as far east as, well, really just the eastern Black Riage, but let's see. I have traveled southeast though to Kurtaris. Kurtaris? Yes, Kurtaris.
17 on insight.
17 on insight. No, she seems to be very truthful.
Okay.
She seems to be.
Veracity seems to be intact. I will pass that along to the others quietly across the link.
She says, I trust, being in Lord Methic's company, that you're of like mind with your own possible servants. That you treat them good. You provide for what they need. Pay them a little pension. Let them have fun on their own.
A grin comes to my face. I don't say anything, but a wry grin, knowing that I've never had one. I
There,
never would have one.
there are no servants within the Turnson house that are there by any other means than their own desire.
And that is excellent. And you,
Me?
Evangeline? Lady Forge?
I'm not a titled
Oh,
lady.
oh, that's right, priest.
I'm a priestess,
Priestess.
and I don't have servants.
Oh,
I have friends who help take care of me, keep me out of harm's way.
that is important.
Bring ruin upon that which would do harm to her.
Do you know the Order of Truth does have servants? And in
But I
some
do not.
cities, it's good to know there are some among you who do not think the same.
There are many among us that don't think like me.
And we will see if we can change people's minds on that within the order over time.
That'll be good. I mean, here in Uxven, it is of course the worst, but I was born here.
So you are known well here.
I am. Maybe a little too well. She kind of grins.
Depends on what one's goals are.
I spread a little. She kind of glances over the table again. I spread a little dissent on occasion
What do you
when
know
I
of those that
can.
spread a lot of dissent
Oh, in what way?
in the dissentful way?
Well, like in the we're gonna level the city dissentful way, or in the just change the power structure.
That one.
Okay. Well, that I could handle.
Well, what do you know of those people?
Oh, I know that Lord Reproot and Lord Zan pretty much run the show. The rest of the lords and ladies are almost secondhand. I am received well because, well,
I'll go ahead
you
and say
know,
it.
shall I say, I appease their curiosities.
Hmm. Well, what do you know of the people that sow such dissent and accomplish such goals?
Most of those who try to sow dissent are dispatched rather quickly. They're a little more hesitant to dispatch me personally. However, those of which I can convince to do a little deceitfulness or pushing the boundaries quickly find themselves within the games,
Hmm.
unfortunately. Which is why I do take trips abroad. Because if they are found here or near here, that is where they would find themselves as well.
I'll look to Methic. I know that I'm able to like push emotions or things to my siblings. Does this work with anybody in the order?
You've not tried. You know it affects your siblings, because basically, your mother has told you as such. But she never mentioned it being able to affect others.
Okay, well then I'll try. I will push the question of what say you? What is your feeling? And then over the link, I will ask the others what their thought is on possibly bring her into the fold to take over for Zahn and Reproot.
Yep.
Yep.
Yay, good job. I'd say take an inspiration, but you already got one.
I appreciate it though. But Evangeline, what say you? Forsyth, you're probably the most insightful of us here.
I will. I'm trying to think of what I would say at this point, since I haven't said anything really since I introduced myself.
Oh, this is over the link.
Well, this is
This is
over the
Oh, over the
telepathically.
link. Oh,
Yeah.
oh okay. You know better what you're doing than I. That's what I'd say over the link.
What is your take on her?
She seems straightforward and honest. I think that she would be a better ally than enemy.
I think she's self-righteous.
In ways, so are we.
Aren't we all?
It's true, though. We think we're right in what we're doing. We go out and we do it.
There's
People
an
might get hurt.
urge in me to want to reach out and slap her.
Yeah,
She
but
might enjoy that.
realize this. If we pull
There's
her
an
in,
urge in me to want to pull out my despoiler.
but think of it this way: if we pull her into our sphere, then we have somewhat of a control over what she does, how she reacts, and we can use her, both her straightforwardness and her slight arrogance, as a tool to accomplish what we see in our own arrogance as the proper goals.
And her stance on the servitude here is aligns with our own, or
I
at
give
least
you
my
that.
own.
Absolutely. So I think, like as I said, I'd rather have her as an
Are
ally than as an
we
enemy.
talking about strictly setting her up as to being in charge?
Yes, I do not intend to bring her that far into the fold, but I will let her know of us. She needs to know who's pulling the
Did
strings.
you get her?
I know that none of them remember this. Because technically none of them know this.
What don't we know?
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
That's
I
a
know
problem if you don't know
something
nothing.
that I would not want her to know.
What is
I
that?
love you. What? I love you.
I know a lot of things I don't want her to know.
She must stay far, far away from the order of truth.
Correct.
If we put her in that position, she will have interactions with members of the Order of Truth, as it sounds like they do travel here.
They've already been traveling.
Right.
I
But
don't know that we can keep her away from the Order of Truth if we put her in that position.
No, not necessarily speaking of keeping her away from members of the order of truth, but
the leadership.
keeping her out of the order of truth.
when
I think
we
she could be good for Uxfin. She could be very bad for the Order of Truth.
understood, when we, I'll say, negotiate a position with her, we can make it very clear that membership in the Order of Truth is not the path we would allow her to take. And we do have our means of both finding out things and reacting.
Is
And
it solely membership or just interaction that you're concerned with? Because I cannot stop the Order of Truths from inviting her.
Not interaction. Interacting with the Order of Truth is okay. As long as
becoming
it's
a part of it.
interaction with the Order of Truth that comes to Uxfin. As long as her demeanor and her what appears to me desire for those of higher station than her, we do not want that to bleed over to the Order of Truth.
Understood. I think the best way that we do that by placing agents close to her within her inner council to know of any such dealings. Telling her that she cannot approach the Order of Truth will make her curious as to why.
Yeah.
All we really need to do is tell her to be very wary of them, and that and to let us know through whatever means of any interactions she has with them.
I would
And
rather
leave it
her
at that.
interactions with the Order of Truth come from a third party.
Yes.
Right.
Because then she's going to wonder why we're curious, why we want to know that. It will make her heckle stand up.
Let's keep this between us and keep an eye on her.
Agreed. Did I get any response
from Method?
Yeah.
He has a, he can feel that you're kind of almost like you get the feeling of somebody watching you, and he does kind of look at you and kind of give you a little bit of a shoulder shrug, almost very minute, like, it's up to you.
You are very well informed. But you keep dodging my question. So I will ask you bluntly. Are you aware of an organization that goes by the jagged burp? No, the jagged grid.
That would be a painful burp. She will kind of look at you.
And I'm like boring holes in her as I'm watching her.
She says, I am aware of such an organization.
What are your thoughts of their deeds or misdeeds?
Some of it can be quite good. Some of it maybe not so much. But, if you want to upset the fruit basket, so to speak, that's usually the organization to get it done.
They would agree. I have been tasked with changing the order of things here by their leader.
Very well. And in what manner does their leader. And she kind of gets a real quizzical look at you. She, from what you can pick up on insight wise, is that she now is making a connection that you're at least involved with it, not just somebody who's been asked to. You're somebody more of. You're not a peon. Put it that way. You're in the order.
I wear no medallion.
But that's where she gets.
Yeah.
Now she's like, okay, you're part of this. Um, she says, so by what method do you think this might be?
If things go according to plan, there will soon be two vacancies. I need you to fill the senior most, and they will then be in contact with you in regards to how to proceed with things. For the most part, you'll be able to rule as one in that position would. You will need to change the system of oppression. That's the first task. But otherwise, information will be fed to you when it is necessary and when there are tasks for you to comply with.
And I get in said position and say I do not wish to comply with something that is given to me.
Well, you saw how easily it would have been taken from the previous ones.
Yeah.
And you will see in the manner in which it is taken.
Mm-hmm. Well, you'll have to kill them. There is no leaving them alive.
If you were to
At that comment, Evangeline will lean back in her chair and cross her arms.
Another smile. Another wry smile from Forsyth.
and let me tell you, there are worse things in this world than death.
And I will literally laugh.
No, this is true. I'm game for it.
I'm glad.
And this is where we're going to take a break because it is
Yes.
now 8:20. So we will be right back.
Be right back.
And remember, that's better than being left behind.
That's true. All right.
And we're
And
back.
we are back. All right. We are sitting at dinner with Lady Strudani and Lord and Lady Methic, being served by their servants. You are probably on dessert through this conversation or finishing up dinner. Um, and so Lady Stradani has told you that she is in for this.
And I'll smile and I'll look at her and I say, just keep in mind with this, if you're in for a copper, you're in for a platinum.
I like it.
To
Nice.
coin a phrase.
Exactly.
Phrase. Put up cha. All right. She's like, let's do this. She's like, I know that there is a shipment, new servants to be brought in to the Colosseum this evening. Probably as the sun is setting, most likely is when they will all be there. Well, all loosely. When a let me tell you some process. When a shipment comes in, when they bring in new servants, new slaves, whomever, these are usually the ones that they have captured from afar and traveled here with. They are brought into the Colosseum first and usually presented before someone who has the privilege of first pick. She'll kind of roll her eyes, which is usually Prep Root. However, these displays are not alone. They are not alone. Um, Within the Colosseum, there is always archers on towers. Um, because if things don't go correctly, or, you know, somebody tries to escape, or there is ruckus, the archers can generally take care of it quickly. There are also
How many?
guards. There are 2 on each tower for a total of 8. There are usually guards with the servants, of course, below, depending on the size of the shipment, of course. So I don't know how many guards will be actually on the Colosseum floor. Usually, Lord Zahn and Lord Reproot are in the royal
VIP box.
booth, the VIP box, yes. Um, and there is usually somebody with Lord Zahn of an arcane inclination. Should surprise, somebody that they brought in knows magic. So there's always somebody of arcane ability with Lord Zahn.
Okay.
Now, as far as the rest of the Colosseum is open for others to come and see the shipment. So there could be anywhere from 1 to 20 plus people actually within the Colosseum on the bleachers and stuff watching. They do not get any kind of say at this stage in the game. Only Reproots pick is acknowledged. But the rest can put in for their own if somebody suits their fancy. And oftentimes Lord Zahn will distribute for favor or, you know, manipulation, that kind of thing.
How many has he distributed to you?
I've gotten a couple. He knows my proclivities to tieflings, and he appeases me every so often.
Is that going to be a conflict of interest?
No, because Quite frankly, we get rid of him and it won't be a problem.
The shipments, are they ran by employees or by a third party?
Employees of Lord Zahn. Um, they're usually of the guard of Uxfin, um, and loyal, I would assume, to Zahn. I've never seen a guard like turn tail or anything. Of
Or
course,
any
if they did, they'd
mercenaries?
find themselves within the games. Um, on occasion, there are mercenaries that will join them if it's a large party or a large shipment per se. They may get some mercenaries to join them,
Okay.
but it's not often.
Uxman's not close to the water, right?
There is a stream.
I'm
Not
speaking more like the river. What is that? The Weir River?
Yeah, the Weir River.
That's where Bowrig was, right?
Oh, no. Well, yes, Bowreg is where the Weir River meets the Septim River.
Yeah.
But no, Uxman is actually pretty far north, actually. I was thinking it was on one of the rivers up there, but no, that's the obelisk that's on the river. You're north of the river, the main river. I mean, there is water here, obviously, but no major rivers.
Okay. And when will the shipment arrive?
Tonight. And I look at my sundial, which doesn't look inside. Tonight, when as the sun's setting, most likely, or right around sundown, there may be some gathering there already.
When does Zahn and Reproot arrive?
Um, Shortly after the shipment, usually. Well, I mean, they could be there now, but they do not show themselves until after the grouping is down on the Coliseum floor.
Understood. Over the link, what do you think of the same ploy that we used in Key?
Remind me what that was.
We caused some sort of disturbance on the other side of the city as we are assailing this gathering.
Well, I was just thinking it would not be difficult for us to take out first the archers so that we prevent them from being able to assault us as we assault them.
I will reply. As long as Jinnik doesn't know of our tactics, if he heard of how we managed to get into the Derkal and take out Reneo, he may already be looking for that.
What if we make the
Or it may
distraction
not
his
catch us off guard.
What if we make the distraction his own home? Is the what was his name? Nando? No, was it not? What was his name? The servant that just joined the organization.
Neberos?
Neveros.
Yes,
Is he in the room?
Yes, he is in the room.
I'd look at him and say, "Did you gather the supplies I asked for?"
I did indeed. And he'll kind of give you about my lord. He'll say, my lord. I did indeed, my lord.
Thank you. I think we make the distraction his estate.
It's fine by me.
He will think. My hope is that he will think that we're a bunch of blundering idiots that only know how to attack things straight on and went for his home, not knowing that we have contacts in the city. Okay. I'll look to the lady. Is there any other information?
I mean, that is pretty much it.
I would suggest not attending this shipment today.
Very well.
It's best
Go
that she
home.
not incriminate herself right now.
Go home. Relax. And
Wait for the fireworks.
let us do what we do best.
What do we do best? Oh yeah.
Very well.
I'm sorry you must miss out on another tiefling, but I promise you the end result will be their freedom.
I will. Just so you know, I will be sending one of my head servants to the Colosseum in my stead with a note from me. It would look odd if there were a rumor of a tiefling present and I did not attend.
Do you feel that you have the constitution to attend and run when you need to?
Oh, I can definitely run when I need to. But if you wish
Once
my presence not to be there, that is the best option.
one sec, swapping batteries.
All right. Swap batteries faster.
Faster, faster,
Speaking of
faster,
which, I
faster,
thought about
faster.
swapping out my batteries before we got back from break, and I didn't. But
All right,
thankfully,
sorry.
I'm still good.
I should
Well,
have changed
one
them
good
before
thing
we
about
started.
being
That's
wired.
all right. This is true.
Yeah, but I can get up and go get a cup of coffee. I can go do anything else that I need.
Well, I can too. I just don't know what's going on.
It doesn't matter whether I get up or not. I still don't know what's going on.
Keeps me in the dark.
It keeps
Oh.
me in the dark. Yes. But
If
yes,
you
that.
do not,
Go ahead.
if you do not fear for your safety, and I promise you will not be targeted, then attend by all means. But
When the time comes,
yes,
make
when the
haste
time
to retreat.
comes, flee.
I do not fear for my safety. However, no, I think I will come.
Curious to see what happens to those that are dethroned.
A little.
More curious to see if it actually happens.
That too.
Very well.
We shan't disappoint.
Well then,
Well, well
we
then,
shall see you there.
I shall see you there. And
Maybe.
uh, dinner is done. Methic will
Yeah.
stand, even though you guys are, still chatting and whatnot. She'll stand. She'll say, "Well, dinner was a joy as always."
It
And
was good to make a new friend.
indeed, and she will give you all a little bow and say, "Have a pleasant evening."
It will be eventful.
And she will walk out. After Kilius, retrieves her coat and sees her to the door, and Kilius is like focused on her when she's in the Methic estate, per orders of Lord and Lady Methic.
He knows on which side his bread is buttered.
Uh-huh. So, and she will leave. Uh, Methic will then look to you. He says, I never attend these things.
Then you shouldn't now.
I'm not going to now, no. And of course, Ro is going to stay here as well. However, I have been to a game or two. It is not pleasant to watch, and I don't like going, but I show my face every now and then, as I should, to keep tongues from wagging. Um, this is the Colosseum, and he will begin to map out, how to enter, where to enter, and all of that stuff.
Right.
Since you guys have not been to the Colosseum.
That's the map you have here with the archers in the four corners, right?
It is indeed. It is an owlbear. If you wish to join me in owlbear. Oh, sorry, that was my bad. I might have kicked you out, Forsyth. You might have to reload. I accidentally went back to the home screen.
No, I think I'm still there.
Okay. All right. Yes, that is indeed the map here. Do you wish Jorn to be with you or not?
Which one's Jorn?
Jorn is
that's
the
the
orc.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
He's hanging out in the kitchen.
He's hanging out in the kitchen. He hasn't not shown
Mesky
his
is
face.
not, I think.
We promised him the opportunity to strike down.
Oh well, then yes. Then by all means,
Well,
bring him
in that
along.
case.
He can help with the archers.
But I will give him the choice to back out if he so chooses.
Should he stay or should he go?
Or should he go? He says, and miss on the opportunity to see destruction befall Jennick? I don't think so. Or
Know that I
Garen.
can't.
He knows him as Garen.
Should he stay or should he go? One brings happiness, one brings woe.
One brings woe. He should go.
Do
and
be
bring
aware that
woe.
I cannot promise your safety.
This is okay. Should I die for Groomsh, so be it.
No, if you die, I'm going to take your spear.
Well, Groomsh will get it back in some manner. Unless you serve
There.
Groomsh, it doesn't do much good for you anyway.
I just don't want others to have it. Specifically,
Garen, Jennick,
Garrick.
Jinron.
And maybe a few others along the way.
It's just true. Very well. That is good. All right.
All right.
I'm assuming you're going to have Buckley with you, of course.
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, he shows you that to get into the stadium, and I just threw you up here in the corner, but any of these stairwells really will allow you to come in. There is an upper stairwell and a lower stairwell. However, the floor of the Colosseum is not accessible from the directions from which he told you to go. You're not quite sure how they get into the floor of the Colosseum, which makes sense because if you don't know how to get in, then you probably don't know how to get out. And then he does let you know that this is the VIP box if you're in here, and that is where Jennick and Zahn will both be, Reproot and Zahn. And it is accessible separately, like you can't get to it from the Colosseum seating, but it is accessible separately and guarded.
Is it accessible through the air?
It is accessible through the air. It is open air. I mean, there's a cover over some of it, but it is open air.
Evangeline, can you make us unseen?
Let's see, what can I do here?
I'm just gonna go into eagle form. Giant
Okay.
eagle.
All right. Oh, you might be able to take care of some of them guards.
That's what I'm thinking. I can go from
Or
one to
some of
the other
those
while
archers.
they're paying attention inside.
Yep.
Carry them high on talons and drop them.
And let them go.
I think I can only do 2 people. Oh,
Uh,
hold on.
I can do some.
Let me see if I have any more dust.
Oh, that's right.
and don't worry about me.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including Buckley. Forsyth,
you got
you
to
have a
work.
giant eagle around here somewhere. There
Yeah.
it is.
He's going to take to the sky.
Giant eagle is a large creature, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I can either make myself invisible or make us fly. I cannot, or yeah, I cannot do both. I think I can make all of us fly. Let me double check. Yeah, I can make additionals fly as well, but it would eat up spell slots. So, but we'll do it if necessary.
Well, I can do my levitation for free. So
Oh yeah,
Come on, get out of there. Thank you.
and then I can just tie a rope around you. Oh,
yep.
Cadet balloon.
well, death balloon is definitely part of it.
I will actually. Yeah. No, I'm not going to do any spells before I go. It would not
I'll
make
do
sense to
armor a
do
bag
that.
at this before we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think I would do the same.
All right. Go ahead and prep that.
Like right before we go though, because it only lasts an hour.
Oh, well, yeah, you can get to the Coliseum. And depending on which direction you come in, you could probably get into the Coliseum
Yeah, and then
before
cast
anything
it.
else happens. Yeah.
I do have some dust of disappearance left. It as long as everybody is within 10 feet of me.
And is it as invisibility or as greater invisibility?
It's you disappear, dust of disappearance. You become invisible for 2d4 minutes.
What triggers its ending?
The dust is consumed. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell.
So it's just
Okay.
invisibility.
Yeah.
Yep. That'll work.
All right. So I'm going to say you guys make your way to the Coliseum. You get into the Coliseum. Seems like the main entrances aren't guarded, other than you do see the archers above the towers kind of watching. It does look like that there are 2 archers on every tower. One seems to be looking inward at the Coliseum floor, the other is looking outward.
2 arches for it.
And I will cast see invisibility before we get there.
Okay.
I will cast see invisibility when we get there, but before we disappear.
Right. Order of operations.
Yeah.
Got it. So you all enter into the Coliseum unless you plan on entering some other way. I'm throwing you here unless you want to enter in someplace else.
I'm going to be entering from the
Well,
other.
you're from the sky. Yeah, I've got you here.
Yeah, I'm actually going to come in from over
sorry.
here.
Okay. All right. So you're flying the sky kind of watching for their cue.
Right.
Gotcha.
And my plan is to take out all the archers will be looking inward.
Yeah, they're
In
all
my
looking down at the
presumption.
ground. They're not looking at the sky.
Right. So if I can take out these guys, then take out the others in a round, that prevents them from having too much of attack?
You might be able to take 2 archers from the same tower in 1 round. You won't be able
That's
to
what I
do
was
multiple
thinking.
towers in a round, but
Right.
1 tower, you might be able to take 1 tower out in a
That was
round.
my plan.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I have you in here. You guys get into the Coliseum. You can choose to enter in from the upper level or the secondary level.
The one that's least visible.
Yeah.
The upper level is least visible.
Done there.
All right. So you enter in from the upper level or you get close to it. You cast your See Invisibility. Anything else, your Armor of Agathis. And as soon as you guys are ready, Evangeline will sprinkle you with dust. And you will all
Yay.
sneeze.
Achoo! And now we're invisible.
Now you're invisible.
All right.
Oh, here, let me put some. Well, I won't be. It's kind of hard to see
Oh,
the rings, but I'm going to throw some
and
rings on you.
sorry, if we're doing the dust, I would cast fly just before we do the dust.
Okay, that's fine.
And Kadath can do his own levitate thing, so I just need to cover Evangeline and Buckley.
Yes.
All right. Actually,
And it's going to last 6 rounds, Jody.
Okay, put your. Oh, nope. Oh, put your
You gonna
D6
count
up.
it?
Yeah. Well, okay.
Doesn't matter. Just tell me if I need to.
You count it.
Okay.
And at the
So-
beginning of every one of your turns, roll it down.
if
But you start on 6 right now.
question,
Yes.
would I be able to time it so that I cast Dimension Door right as we're becoming invisible?
If you don't want to do fly, yeah. Oh wait, no, Dimension Door. Is it no, Dimension Door is not concentration. It's
Nope.
instantaneous, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes. You would be able to time it that way because then you can cast fly and you can time it with Evangeline. She'll sprinkle or you'll cast as she sprinkles and you'll have Dimension Door.
Never mind. I can only bring one other person.
Okay.
Then it'll be fly. Just
All
before
right.
she sprinkles us.
Okay. All right. You all are up here. What you see as you enter the Coliseum, you see several people. What is it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 people among the bleachers. You see several people just scattered about the bleachers. It is by far not a crowd. So, so the lady was speaking truly that there could be anywhere from, 3 to 20, but never a whole lot of people. There's about 13 in here. You do notice that there are several people scattered about in groups or some of them sitting by themselves. You will see as you're kind of walking up to actually get a good glimpse of the Coliseum, you do see people already down on the floor, and you will see Reproot and a nobleman, you assume is Zahn, walk out from underneath a canopy to the edge of the balcony there of the VIP booth. You will see another kind of you only kind of see him. He's kind of up underneath the canopy a little bit. He's not all the way up to the edge, but he's far enough forward to be able to see what's going on down on the floor. You will see also 4 guards kind of stationed out around these 5 people who do seem to be chained together, shackled together. Looking down, you immediately, all of you immediately recognize this one.
Oh, let me get to that. Which one?
The representation of the tree.
Sure.
Jurek.
Where do I know that name from?
Wait a minute.
That's he was at the oh god.
Farbron.
No.
No, he was at Fix's girlfriend's town, wasn't he?
Yep.
Ephremon.
He was an
Ephraimon.
Ephraimon. He was the one that kind of showed you through the woods.
Yeah, he was our guide.
Yep.
We have an ally down there.
You also will see that this orcish, so you're assuming half orc perhaps, so he has a lot of orcish qualities. This one, you've never seen a creature like that before. He looks like an Ood from Doctor Who.
Okay.
Squiddish face. He's an illithid. Yeah, tentacles. You've never seen a
Right.
creature like that before. You're like, I don't. This is odd. Tiefling. You definitely see a tiefling. Confirmed. There's a tiefling. And then this one is also elven, and he seems to be dressed a little bit more. He's got a fairly nice leathers on, but obviously none of them have weapons. One thing that you do find odd is this one, the illithid, is already wearing a bracelet.
Guessing he escaped.
You don't know because you've never seen these creatures before.
All right then.
Could be a bracelet that has nothing to do with this.
So,
I'm assuming this goes back a little bit.
it does go back a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
It's probably about another 10, 15 feet underneath the canopy.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me initiatives. Just go ahead and get that under.
And Kadath, remember you get to add a D8.
Oh yeah.
I bounced one too many times.
Is this where we're at right now? Over here?
Yes, that is where I've put you.
Okay. And which one of these is Repert?
The one, this one.
Okay.
Any magic on the booth itself, Kadath?
I probably would have been checking for magic.
I don't want to smack into a prismatic wall or something.
Ouch.
Yeah, I would have checked for magic.
Checking for magic, you sense magic coming from him, of course. There is magic coming from him. There is not a ward necessarily. There's no magic like surrounding the booth or anything. But also kind of looking, you sense magic from this guy right here. And you sense some magic coming from him. And that is it at this moment that are displaying magic.
All right. Kadath, we're going to have to hold our. Well, I'm going to have to hold my turn until after Evangeline, which means that you will have to wait for me to get there since I'm pulling you.
What do you
Because
have
if
to wait?
I didn't put my thing in yet.
Because if I cast another concentration spell, fly drops.
Okay. Yes. And
Don't want you to be in the middle of the air and just fall.
we will fall.
Well, and I'm not using your fly, so
Right. No, I'm just worried about Evangeline and Buckley.
right.
Buckwheat.
Oh, and
Buckwheat.
And the dust works like regular invisibility. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
As soon as you cast a spell or attack it, you become visible.
Do you have this
Okay.
guy in there?
Which guy?
The shaman.
Oh, I forgot about the shaman. No, I do not.
Did he want to fly with us?
He can, or he can stand up here and sling spells if you'd like him to.
He is the one that knows how he fights.
Oh, well, that's true. He's a spell slinger.
All
He
right,
says,
then you can
I
stay.
would rather not be in the middle of combat, please.
So I'm planning on getting right up in here, by the way,
Right up in.
in the booth.
Okay.
Like, I'm not using my levitate until I get closer, because it's an ability, not a spell for me.
Right, but you have to use levitate so I can pull you there.
Not if I do it right. If I get right, basically, if I go right to here,
Mhm.
then levitate up, I can pull myself along the sides and push myself over top.
Okay, so you don't want me to pull you.
Yeah, I'd say don't worry about pulling me.
Okay, then.
You focus on whatever you're going to do, because I'm going to get up there and I'm going to cast a spell on rep root.
Then is Evangeline going to come into the thick of things, or do you want to stay back and shoot with your crossbow?
I am going to go down in the Coliseum.
Okay.
My goal is going to be to free Jurek if I can.
I really
That'd
wish
be
I
a
had
good
knock
idea.
right now.
Because if I can get him
Had a
free,
what?
I really wish I had knock right now.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I asked our shaman if he has knock.
Oh. Let me see. Does he have knock? I just pulled up his sheet.
Probably not.
I don't think he will, but might as well ask.
Oh, he has a shield. You want a shield? He can misty step. Counter spell. That's always good.
oh,
Dimension door.
oh,
But no, it doesn't look like he has knock.
Okay.
No knock.
Okay. Then
Nope.
I need to get all my D10s out. Gonna need these.
then yeah. I will delay until after Evangeline.
All right. So
Actually,
you will hold your.
can I change
Same.
what shape I would have gone to?
Yeah, if you want to, go for
Yeah,
it.
because
This is pre-battle. We haven't started. We're good.
there is a better choice.
Is it the dinosaur?
No.
Not
Air
if he wants to
elemental.
fly.
No, the
Air
dinosaur,
elemental. Yep.
the flying dinosaur.
Oh yeah, the flying dinosaur.
Pterodactyl?
Yeah, but the advantage to the air elemental is he has that both the slam attack and the one where he can actually throw them off the roof.
Oh yeah, true.
There it is.
Yeah, the what's it called? Whirlwind.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Plus
I will delay.
He's actually faster. Okay, I'm ready. Set up as an air elemental.
Okay. I will use those. Do I got all of my people? I got him. Let me just make sure I have all my people stats. Him. Oh, I don't have Jennick in here. Shnikes.
Because he doesn't get to
yes,
go.
you
He
do.
just dies.
No, I don't have Jennick's stats open yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wrong
I was gonna
book.
say, you have him listed under rep root. I was looking at the Coliseum. I was
Oh.
looking at initiative order.
No.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, I gotta get Jennick up here.
I don't
Okay.
see him in the initiative order.
He's under rep
root.
root.
He's under rep root.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. I think I have all my people. All right. Let's go. You guys see this? Any words exchanged or no, you're invisible. Otherwise, the words will be coming out of nowhere. Fix,
Well, we
you're
have
up.
the delay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Keurig. Well, he
Doesn't know anything's about to
doesn't
happen.
know anything's about to happen yet. Reproot is talking to Gon, and he's kind of pointing. He's kind of pointing at the Illithid. You can't quite hear what they're saying, but he's probably. I mean, by body language, he's asking about the Illithid. He knows nothing about it. Evangeline.
All right. I'm gonna move like down here. Can have I don't I can't
60
tell how-
foot.
Oh,
You have 60
put
foot
your
of movement.
creature back up there.
Oh, that's
You
right.
can the little triangle thing off to the right. You can use the little walking man.
That's
If you
right.
click on, if you highlight the walking man,
I got him.
you can move your character and measure at the same time.
I
There you
don't
go.
have a
See,
walking
you're
man.
45 feet up at the top. Up at the when you click on the little
If you
triangular
if you press M,
Nope, I
and
don't
it
then
have a
also
walking
does.
man.
huh, interesting, because you should
I'm
have
gonna
a
go to
ruler and
right.
a walking
Whoops.
man.
How come you didn't come back? Oh, maybe I got the wrong
You
thing.
got to be on the walking man.
I'm on the walking man.
Now you pick up your character and move it, and now it should stay. You got 60 feet.
Okay.
There you go. Dun dun dun.
And
And what are you gonna do?
I am going to. Oh, I have a whole invisible round. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to draw out my the spoiler from my pocket.
Okay.
I'm going to oh my gosh, who do I want to get? Nice. Knowing that my party is going to run, and like I know that Six is headed that way, and Kadath possibly. I'm going to go ahead and fire at one of the guards down here.
All right.
And probably, I don't know. Can
What you can hold, you can click and hold your right button to have your little pointer, and you can show me which
this
one.
one?
Yep. Okay.
20?
20 will hit. You hit him in the back, and you become visible.
$16 points of force damage.
All right. 16 points of damage.
What? Oh my goodness. And then Buckley is going to come right here.
Okay.
And Buckley is going to attack.
All right. Making himself visible.
Oh, I guess levitate is a spell.
That is a 26 to hit.
26 does hit.
Woohoo! For 12 points of force damage.
All right. He has taken quite a bit of damage, and he is taking note of where he's getting hit from.
He ought to now, because now I can be seen.
Yep. All right, that brings us to Elkian.
Well, no.
Not yet.
Oh,
It takes spell
okay.
action.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because you only had the fly on the two of them and yourself. So, okay, go ahead.
So what I will do?
Did you hold your full turn?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to drop you right below Evangeline then.
Okay. Here, we can do this. I got an idea.
Oops.
Where'd I go?
I don't know. Where did you go?
Oh,
Oh, you went down to the bottom. Oh, there you go. All right. I was going to make Evangeline 12.5, but that works.
Question.
Yeah.
Yes.
How high up is this area
It
from where
is
we're at?
It is about 30 feet in the air. Oh, from where you're at?
Yeah.
You're actually looking down kind of into it. So
Oh,
it's
even
about
better.
10 feet lower than where you're at or so. Maybe 20 feet lower than where you're at.
Okay.
Where the balcony sticks out is about halfway between these two levels.
Okay. So I can kind of go around behind it and then go down into it.
Probably, yeah.
Shoot, then I don't even need my fly or my levitate.
Okay.
I'll just drop down into it.
All right.
Okay. What are you doing, Fix?
Wait, where's that? Okay, there. I'm going to go here, like fly in and step inside.
Okay.
Man, this might be bad, but we're gonna do it anyways.
Guess we'll find out.
Yes, I need a large token, please.
A large token of anything in particular? Or
A
just need
fist.
a fist? Okay. I gotcha.
Large translucent fist.
There is a large fist for you.
Thank
I
you.
don't know about translucent, but
That's translucent enough. My invisibility will drop as this fist comes into being.
did you just cast Big B's hand?
I did.
Oh man, this is gonna hurt.
That's the intent.
And
That's your move. That's your action, right? Big B's hand is an
yes,
action. Bonus
yes.
action.
It gets to attack or yeah, it gets to do an action of its own.
All right. As your bonus action.
No, just as when I cast it.
Oh, when you cast it. Okay.
That's an interesting one. Okay. All right, it's going to slam against the mage.
Oh, take him out early. What the heck?
Yep.
His mommy didn't
Okay.
raise no dummy.
Not that she would admit to.
All right. What does he do? Attack or
Yeah, he's
just
gonna attack.
save?
I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out. I remember before what the damn rolls were, but I don't remember now.
Well, that's what happens when you don't use it every game.
Yeah.
um.
So it's all right. It will attack. Where's my dice? There's my dice. 21 to hit his flat-footed. I would assume since
Yeah. I mean, well, he's a mage. He's not got a whole lot of armor to begin with.
yeah, true.
Wasn't expecting to be attacked, so yeah, no mage armor or anything. He's getting hit.
All right, then he gets hit for a total of
It's hammer time.
$40 points of force damage.
40. Holy shnikes. He takes a hard hit. He is still alive.
Who was that you attacked?
The
mage.
mage.
The mage.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me just do it this way. I don't want to change the character sheet that I'm looking at. Let me do it this way. Text.
All right.
40, right?
Yes.
Ha. Oops. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Stop. Don't do it. There we go.
And I don't have a cantrip that I can
All right.
do there. Let me any bonus action.
Guess I should put these guys in squares, right?
Yeah, no additional abilities. So yeah, that would be it.
All right. Elkian, you see him seeing the commotion. The guards are kind of taking note, momentarily not paying attention to them. You see Elkian kind of reach up behind his ear, up in his hair, and he pulls out, which Forsyth, depending on where he's at, may or may not recognize. Although I think Evangeline will recognize it. It's lockpick.
Mhm.
And he bends down instantly and with very quick hands unlocks the tiefling.
We'll attempt it. Yeah, well, I can't.
Kadath.
All right. Shoot, I can't make it all the way in there. Don't believe. But my speed is still just 30. Okay. All right. I can see him from here though, right? Actually,
Yes, you can definitely see them.
I'm gonna stay up on the upper level basically
Okay.
for the moment.
All right.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to become invisible because I'm going to cast a spell on Reproot.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to basically cast two, but
all right.
one is going to be Hex. I'll do Hex second.
Okay.
But first is going to be Mental Prison.
Mental prism. Oh,
Mental
that's
prison.
a save. Well, mental prison.
So that is going to be a, where is it? Intelligence save.
Intelligence. Not his strong suit.
Oh, good, even better.
Oh, but he still got a 14.
He needed a 17.
Dang it.
Okay,
So
so
what does that do?
on a failed save, he's taking 5d10.
Forsyth, you are up
Initially,
next. So
I
so
know.
be prepared.
initially we got the 5d10. So let me roll that, and then more
All right.
happens.
Okay, 5d10.
So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19 psychic.
Oh, shoot. Where'd my.
Okay, so he takes 19 psychic damage, and I'm making the area immediately around him appear to be dangerous to him in some way. So I think it's going to be like, I like the idea it's got here, floating razors.
Okay, so he is under the impression he is surrounded by floating razors.
Yep.
Okay, great.
He can't hear or see anything beyond it, and he's restrained for the duration of the spell.
All right, how long is the spell?
Concentration up to a minute.
Does he get saves every turn?
It does not say, I don't think, let's see.
It seems like that would be one that it would have a save every turn.
Typically, those sorts
Yeah.
do, but not
This
all.
one does not have a save every turn. Because but then if he's moved out of it, tries to attack through it, or reaches any of his body through it, he's going to take more damage, and the spell will end at that point.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So, but he's restrained.
Gotcha.
I still have some cheesecake from Saturday. I'm gonna have some of that.
Ooh, yum.
Well, that is not fair. How dare you announce that?
You did not have to announce that. If you're going to announce it, you have to at least put it on the screen.
I need to enjoy it vicariously now.
Yeah.
All right. So that is your turn?
And then I cast Hex on him.
Okay, Hex.
Got it?
Hex.
You stand next to me to get it.
All right. That brings us to Forsyth. What are you doing
Okay, move
as an air
15
elemental?
feet
Okay.
into the middle of them.
All right.
DC 13 deck strength saves from both.
Well, one got a 5, the other one got a 15.
Okay, the 15 will save, the 5
Okay.
will not.
This is the 15.
Let's start with the total damage.
Okay.
That's 3d8 plus 2. Yuck. 8 points and 4 points.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty bad. And the one that did not save is flung up to 20 feet away.
Oof.
So I'm guessing that's a d20.
Up to 20 feet? Yeah, sure. Give me a d20 rolls to see how far.
So 12 feet in a
All right.
random direction. So I'm going to roll a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
yeah, I'll roll a d8.
And I will do it according to clock. This being the 1.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 feet?
Right. Yep.
That is enough to
And
be
then
knocked off the tower.
and so he's going to take damage appropriate to that, which is going to be a multi, because he's going to take, let's see, for every 10 feet, it's a d6 for every 10 feet.
Right,
After the first 10 feet.
Yeah. He's going to fall 30 feet before he hits that first level.
So that'll be a 2d6.
Right. Well, I meant he gets the d6 from my hit on him. Well, he's gonna, yeah. I'll let you figure out.
Okay, well that's 7 additional points of falling damage.
Right. So I rolled a 6 on a d6.
So that's an additional 6.
Yeah.
13
And
8. 21.
And he is knocked prone, probably knocked out. I don't know.
He is definitely prone. Ow.
Did he hit anyone?
No, not on his way down.
Bummer, because they would take damage too.
Wait, where's the? Nope. Oh, there it is. Oof. Oh, he is expired.
Okay, so 1 down, 7
1 down.
to go. And let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it for that particular attack.
That's it for you.
And I will hold position to remove this other guard on the next turn.
All right. That makes it the fighter's turn. Well, this fighter's going to turn around and hit Buckley. Or attempt to, anyway. Well, that was a, yeah, that was an 8. This fighter is going to step up and attempt to hit Elkian. Nope, that was a 10. Elkian deftly dodges that. This fighter is kind of not sure what's going on here at the moment, but he's going to come over here and attempt to hit Buckley. Oh, that one might actually hit. That was a 21. D10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of a slashing damage as he wields his longsword two-handedly. This one, seeing what's going on, is going to come over here and try to grab the tiefling and fail miserably because that was a 6. All right, that was their turn. And that makes it Jorn. Jorn is enjoying this.
Jorn, brother of Born.
Let's see, he is going to come forward. I don't like running this many characters. And he's going to hop down here. And that's about as far as he's going to be able to get because he jumps over the edge and drops about 10 feet. And he is going to attempt to, well, he is going to magic missile Reproot. He's going to magic missile at 4th level. Reproot. That is 3, because magic missile is level 2, right? Nope, level 1. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Magic missiles. 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 12. 16. And 6. 22. He's going to hit him for 22. Oh, for crying out loud. And that is his turn, which brings us back to the top. Oh, for crying out loud. Come on. There we go. 22 and 19. Man, I cannot see my... Okay. Jurek is kind of stuck. He can't really do anything. He doesn't have anything available to him at this moment. So he is just kind of keeping an eye on the battlefield.
He can't see anything.
41. Who is 41? Oh, 41 is Reproot. Okay.
Yeah, or Reproot can't see anything.
Reproot can't see anything. He is restrained, and he can't do anything. Evangeline! Oh, wait, no. The people that are with Reproot, because Reproot represents this group on the balcony. Gone. Seeing Reproot
In a panic.
in kind of a stuck position, he is going to grab Reproot.
He's going to grab Reproot?
Mm-hmm.
And do what?
He is going to pull him back away from the edge. Not realizing Bigby's hand is standing behind
I thought
him.
Reproot was the other one.
Reproot is the other one. This is God.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
when Reproot is moved... Ooh, that's a good roll. He takes... Let's see... 10... 20... 30... 40...
Holy crap.
49... 56 damage.
56.
10d10.
Yeah, okay, he's still alive. 56. That's 97, man.
It's a really good spell.
Yeah, it is. What the heck?
Yeah, it does.
Right.
It does 5d10 on a successful save, but on a failed save. It's 5d10 and then another 10d10
Jeez.
if he goes through it. But
All
the
right.
spell ends.
This mage is going to turn around and attempt to cast Dispel Magic.
I guess I wouldn't have
Counter
actually been
spell.
able to do my hex yet.
No,
Now that I'm thinking about it, because
you don't
hex
even
is
have
a
to roll
separate.
for it.
So my hex is technically not there. I forgot about that
Oh.
because it's a concentration also.
Oh, okay. So
Gotcha.
yeah, you can't concentrate on both at the same
But
time.
now I can do hex on
Now
my
you
next
can do
turn.
hex. All right. Counter spell. You see the wizard go, ah! And then he recognizes you because he was just turning around to get the big
Let-
hand out of his.
Let me guess. This never happened to you before?
Performance problems.
And he gets very aggravated. Evangeline.
I'm going to. Let me measure.
I love you,
And-
Lou. Go lay down.
Oh, that's what I could do.
Okay. I'm going to grab with my vortex warp.
Okay.
Hold on. Constitution 17.
Who are you grabbing so I know what to add?
Mm.
Okay, you're grabbing that guard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's only a 7.
Okay.
Jeez. Suddenly, he shows up someplace he didn't want to be.
I'm going to put him over there.
All right, then. You go
I'm
over
out.
there. You go over there. You are in. Oh, I forgot about all my archers. They're all waking up now.
Well, not all of them.
That's true. Not all of them. All right, you moved him.
That was
Any-
my action.
Okay. Bonus action or movement?
I am going to not move.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. I am going to move. I'm going to move this way. Yeah. And then I have to go back over here, and Buckley's going to attack for a 27 to hit.
That'll hit. The same one you've already damaged?
Yeah, the one we've already damaged there.
Okay.
For 9 points of force damage.
All right, he's hurting really bad.
And we're good.
All right, so that's you and Buckley.
Uh-huh.
Fix.
Well, first, the fist is going to hit the mage.
Ouch. Let's see if the mage survives.
Oh, so close. This is 19 on the die, not a 20.
Yeah, well, that still hits.
Yeah, but a 20 would have been nice.
Yeah, 20 would have been nice.
20 would have been fun. Maybe not necessary, but fun.
22.
I do apologize. This is running late. I was hoping to start this earlier.
37 points of force damage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's hurting really bad too.
How close is he to death?
Pretty,
Not close enough.
not close enough for a pinprick, but he's
Who?
he's at least 2/3.
Which
Three
one?
quarters. Three
The
quarters
mage.
down.
The mage?
Yeah, the
Okay.
mage.
I might be able to finish him off.
That was just my bonus action.
Yeah, that was the fist.
Yeah. So let's see.
So what's your action?
My action. I don't know. He's probably. Does he look more wizardly or more sorcererly?
He looks more wizardy.
Okay. Well, darn it. Then I won't use something that has a intelligence save for it.
Yeah, probably good idea.
Oh, then you know what? Tried and true. I'm going to throw a firebolt at him.
All right.
Those always work
27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh, that's nice, nice. Wow. Okay, 26 points of fire damage.
26 points of fire damage. 103. Oh, yeah. Oh, he is hurting. He's looking. He's got the look of regret going on here.
Go ahead and jump.
Yeah.
I tell him that.
Okay. He's like, and now it is Elkian's turn. I have Jurek and Elkian separate. Okay, I will have everybody else go on the fighter's turn. All right, Elkian is going to risk getting hit, move around the mage, bend down, and attempt to unlock the illithid. And do so deftly. The guard is going to attempt to swing at him and miss. Kadeth.
All right. I'm going to move forward a little ways, up on the balcony. And then
all of these people are scattering. Sorry, I didn't move them. They're all heading toward exits.
Why can't I get this to... Oh, how the heck did I end up... Okay, if I can...
The grid is not in alignment with the image, it seems.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's fairly close.
But for some reason, it's not letting me...
Okay, I think
Well,
that's all.
on my screen, it looks like Kadath is in a cross-section of the grid.
I am, and I don't know why.
Oh.
Where are you at? Okay, I can move you. Do you want to be there?
No, I want to be... Oh, I can get it now.
Oh, okay.
I want to be here.
Okay.
Or wait, what is this the mage?
That's the mage.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
the mage. That's
This is
the mayor, and that's Reproot.
okay. Then can I go here, or is Big B's hand in the way?
I
Big B's
think,
hand would be in the way.
Okay, because I wasn't
takes
sure where it
physical
is
form.
height-wise.
but you are one size smaller. Or does that strictly only apply to small creatures?
I think
do
it
not
only
know.
applies to small creatures.
Okay. Because I know small creatures can occupy the same space as.
So
any other
actually,
creature.
instead, what I'll do is I'm going to go here.
Okay, that's fine too.
So I'm misty stepping. So
Okay.
all right, and then what's that? I am going to. Do I want to do it that way? And is the mayor good guy, bad guy? I forget.
Bad guy.
Bad guy.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. It'd be a shame if I roasted my friends.
Then I'm doing green flame blade.
Okay. I love you. Get down.
I'm gonna need more dice in a second here. Okay, I think that's what I need. All right, so use it with my sword, make an attack. Natural 20.
What's your max? I mean, he's probably going to be dead.
So normal damage first, which is going to be D8 plus 8, so 16 plus another 8 on the die, so 24 for the normal damage. And then the green flame blade part is another 2d8
I think he's dead already.
of fire. That's okay.
Okay.
So that was 24. This is another 12 fire, so 36 total. And then I can cause the fire to leap to another creature of my choice that I can see within 5 feet of it. So it's going to hit the mayor.
Okay.
And he takes it's equal to my spellcasting. He takes 5 fire damage.
Yowzers. He's like, yeah. Yeah, the mage drops.
Good.
Man, you hammered that
And
mage.
I'm basically going to step over his body.
You're coming in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, kind of.
I came in like
And that's without Hex or Hexblade's Curse
Yeah,
or anything yet.
I mean, Green Flame Blade is no joke. All right, that brings us to Forsyth.
Okay, Forsyth is going to slam the. Actually, he's going to see if he gets his attack back for later. Won't be using it now. No, he doesn't. And he's going to put a couple slams against the
All right,
guard up there.
this other guard. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the other guards. I forgot about them. All right.
That's a miss.
Well, wait, what did you roll?
Not 2.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
I can't help
I would have to have a lot of plus on that. No.
Yeah.
And let's see. This is 13 plus 5, I believe. No, it's plus 8. Sorry. So 21.
21 definitely hits.
Yeah, so we're going to do 2d8 plus 5. Hopefully we get better than 2s on it. So 16 points of damage. What kind
All right,
of
he
damage is
drops.
that? Okay. Okay, yeah, that is bludgeoning damage. And then he is going to move 75 feet, or excuse me, 90 feet, 75, 80, 90. There we go. Towards that tower.
All right. And
that's his turn.
That's your turn. Okay. The fighters, I put these guys on these guys on the turn of the fighters. So this guy is going to run up underneath the balcony, risking an attack of opportunity. Haha, it fails. And turn around and shoot 2. Nope. 3. Energies, blasts at them. At the guard that was swinging at him. 1 hits. 2 hits. Kadeth, you see energy that looks very familiar. 11 points of damage.
Kind of looks like an Eldritch Blast.
Kind of looks like an Eldritch Blast. 4. 11 points of damage. I don't know why I didn't decide to do damage like this before. This is so much easier than writing it down.
Just posting it on there.
Yeah. Of course, now their names are 11 and 97, but hey, I don't care.
That's all right.
Okay.
There's
It
there's
makes us
actually
easy-
other ways to do it. I
makes
think.
us easy,
but-
it makes it easier for me to see how much damage to have.
Right? All right. The illithid is also going to move away and up underneath the thing and see if he takes an attack. Oh, he does get hit. Longsword. D10. It's 5 points. He takes 5 points of damage. But he does nothing.
Okay.
And then the orc can't go anywhere yet. He's still changed to the other two. All right. Oh, the fighters. The fighters turn and they try to attack Buckley. Well, one of them succeeds with a 19 for 5 points of damage on Buckley. This guy is going to come up and try to get Elkian again. He is causing all kinds of... Nope, misses. All right, that brings us to Jorn, who is... I forgot what he did. He did the magic missile, didn't he? He is wanting Genic dead. He's going to shoot a witch bolt.
Oh, those are fun.
And he is going to succeed. Because he is very angry. 3, 11, that's 14. 14 points of damage. Now I got a math. Genic is not looking pretty. All right. And that is all that he does right now. And there is a witch bolt. Oh, he's going to move a little bit more to get into a good position to witch bolt.
You get my message?
No, not yet. Which brings us. Oh, shoot. The Rangers. I need to get those Rangers in there. It is. Yeah. Yeah, we may have to.
I think it'd be wise.
Yeah, probably so. Let me get the Rangers in here.
Yep.
Ranger 1 is going to has surveyed the battlefield and is going to shoot Evangeline or attempt to. That's a 2. That's a miss. Ranger 2 is going to attempt to shoot at Evangeline and miss. Ranger 3 is going to attempt to shoot at Buckley and miss. Oh my gosh.
Consistent rolling.
I know. 4, 5, and 6 are stepping up and also shooting. 4 is going to miss. 5 is going to miss. Oh my gosh. 6 is going to miss. I did not roll above a 5.
A packed house.
Like, what the heck? 6 rolls.
Play low.
I did not roll above a 5. All right.
Play low numbers.
Right. We are back at the top of the round. Reproot is nearly dead. Gone is not. He has just been hit. The servants are, well, the ones that are in chains. Elkian is working on releasing. Hasn't done it. It's got 2 of them out. He hasn't even released himself yet. We are at the top of the round. It is almost 10 o'clock. Do we want to save? We probably have about 2, maybe 3 more rounds, but there's a lot of players on this, so it's taking a little while. Do you want to pause and pick up next week?
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
I hate to pause in the middle of battle, but
Do I want to or am I willing to?
are you willing
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
looks
do
like
not
yes.
want to, but yes, I am willing to.
Yes.
All right.
I'm actually torn, but
Yes. And it is definitely late for Rhonda because she's in Ohio. So,
I got no place to go tomorrow.
oh, this is true. All right. But we are going to pause here. Another reason why I like the idea of keeping track of the damage on the board. And we will pause here and we will pick up next week. It's not looking pretty for Reproot or God. However,
Gonna look worse for him in the end.
yep, it's going to be worse for them in the end. Oh, by the way, all of these people have pretty much made it out of the stadium.
Oh, one question. Did I see the lady start with an ST?
Stadani?
Stadani?
Strudani, yeah.
Strudani? I don't know. I'd have to look
Strudani.
at it. I'm on the wrong
You mean
page
the
for
lady
that.
we had dinner with?
We had
Yeah.
dinner with.
Yeah.
You probably did recognize her. She was over in this area.
Okay.
Maybe
And
that's
she
her
had
there.
left.
Awesome.
So, yeah, all of the and these guys have left too. Yeah, you realize very quickly that they were here just to watch, observe. They are not there for any kind of fighting, and they are out of there. So, so that's where we're gonna stop. And thank you for those of you who are still with us and watching. Um, hey, let us know that you're watching. Leave a comment. Please leave a comment. Like, subscribe, share the video, and get the YouTube algorithm working. So do it. And you can check out our website, dndatjokes.com, for any upcoming events and tidbits here and there of various other things. And we're still working on catching up on the town crier, so bear patience. And we will see you next week.
See you next